What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, in the world of indie games, we're diving back on into Stoneshard. The game just had the Trollslayer update, which apparently adds like a new quest to the game and a whole bunch of balance changes. So it really kind of depends. I don't think it's a super beefy release, but I do think it's worth checking back on in since this is one of my favorite games of the year so far. Let's start a new game off. We'll go straight into adventure mode. There's no reason to do the prologue. We've already done the prologue. The general storyline is old guy goes to job, gets ambushed, all of his people die, ends up with bum leg. Now is trying to get to the bottom of what happened by hiring a mercenary and making money to reform the party, effectively.
So here I am. The caravan is gone. My leg is crippled. Half my men are dead, and the other half are deserters and traitors. The host be praised. At least I've got the Stoneshard. If I knew I had to deal with an entire cult of devil knows what, I'd think thrice before getting into the whole mess. I'm too old for an adventure like this. If only I could have a good talk with Grinnell right now. I'd ask him what the hell is going on. I've been doing this for 30 years, but I've never found myself in such a tough spot. I need to get back to Bryn. I'm not up to going there by myself, so that's why I sent for you. Do you remember how I helped you out back then? Well, time to return the favor. Damn, it's been so long. Tell me, what have you been up to?
We can pick what character we want to play right now. You've got Jorgrim. He's basically like a melee berserker. He gets stronger the more people he kills. You've got Arna. She is the turtley kind of heavy armor, heavy shield character. You've got Derwin, the archer. You've got Jonah, the sorceress. So far, I've played Arna and I've played Jonah. I've never played Derwin or Jorgrim. So let's try out Derwin. Let's see if he's any good.
Interesting. Anyway, enough pleasantries. It's time to get to work. So here's the deal. I can't walk to Bryn with my leg like this. So unless you plan to carry me, we need a cart. We need horses. We're in luck, though. While you were away, I had a talk with the village elder. We came to an agreement. We'll fulfill 3 contracts for them, and they'll give us a cart and 2 horses. Don't worry about the contracts. It's nothing special. I don't think you need my advice on how to deal with the undead and brigands. The Elder will give you the details. You should go to him right away. No time to waste. I almost forgot. Here's a map of the area. You need it more than I do.
All right.
You can also ask the innkeeper about local events. He is a talkative kind. I'm sure he'll answer any of your questions. Off you go then. Good luck.
We don't need luck where we're going. We're about to clear this map like a god. Like a beast. So we've started out with Derwin's vest, which seems to be in okay shape. The worn cloak. Okay. So he starts off a little bit better. The last character I played was the paladin, basically. And the funny thing about her is that she really, her armor starts out super banged up and busted. And you got to get a ton of money together in order to fix it. We got 1 dagger right there. Okay. Well, we'll try to figure something out with it. All right. Let's see here. We can go upstairs and we can take a look around. There's going to be lootable stuff all over the place, but I wouldn't super get your hopes up that you're going to find anything that's going to be massively helpful in order to like give you a bunch of money or anything else like that. As of yet, I haven't really found any secrets that add up to that sort of thing. There are some games back in the old D&D days that you could get away with that. You start looking around, and in general, you'd find little secret passageways and stuff like that. Probably not going to find that too much here. You'll find a whole bunch of stuff that's worth like a buck or 2. But really, nothing that's worth diving off a cliff for. A whole bunch of rags for healing up any wounds we might get. A little bit more gold. Yeah, I'll take a couple of nickels. Sounds good. Let me get them all. We can equip ourselves a little bit better if we go over to the guardhouse. There's going to be some weapons laying around. So if the character you choose when you decide to play through this game does not have the weapons that you want them to have and you want to customize them a little bit better, you can do that by going over to the guardhouse. And bonus points, guardhouse upstairs, that's where the magistrate is at, the elder, so you can get the first quest. I don't know if I would take the first quest right away when you first get into the game. That might be a mistake. I usually kind of recommend that people go out and like level up a little bit first. So kill a couple bad guys, come back home and save. Kill a couple bad guys, come back home and save. You see what I mean? Like, I find that tends to be kind of the safer way to play the game, if that's what you're going for. But by all means, do what you want to do. Those don't stack up right there, so that's a bummerowski. We can just take that right there. I think that's worth something. Yeah, it's worth like 20 bucks or something. They've got like a modifier on everything that you're going to find in town that's like a weapon or whatever that makes them sell for a lot less than they normally would. And so anyways, the good news is we're a ranged character. So being a ranged character, that's going to make the start of the game a little bit easier on us. We can get taking aim. It's a really, really good ability. I would absolutely take that. We're going to slot that over right there. We'll search for traps on 0. And then we have 2 options. Constant practice. We can take aim. It'll give us a bigger chance to crit and a lower chance to fumble. We can go with piercing shot, so it'll pierce through all the targets on its path. Or we can get distracting shot, which increases our dodge chance and lets us retreat for 2 tiles away. I'd probably go with constant practice. I'm a big fan of anything passive, honestly. I usually feel like passives are more valuable than actives in most games like this, because passives are always working, whereas the actives, they're going to be on cooldown. They're not going to be effective all the time. We don't really have any money for anything super sexy, but, you know, we made a little bit of cash right there. My suggestion would be that maybe let's save our game first, because I heard they've changed that mechanic around. I've heard that's actually a lot more manageable now. The last time I played the game, saving was a pain in the ass. You had to walk all the way back to town. Let's see here. 15 crowns for 1 day. Okay. So it's a little pricey. 15 bucks for 1 day in the inn. That's a little rough. There used to be a bug where it would just stay unlocked forever and you never had to pay for it again. Man, that was the life right there. That was the good stuff. We'll sleep for an hour. We'll still have this for a little bit, even after we leave. That'll give us a save as well. Oh, she's standing in the way. Okay. I think everybody's going to bed because it's almost nighttime. The old man never goes anywhere, curiously enough. He just, like, stays there. He's just addicted to sitting at that table and just being gruff and being like, back in my day, before I wounded my leg, I was an adventurer, you see. Hey, not bad. Uh-oh, there's a wolf. That's not good. I don't think I want to deal with the wolf just yet. Oh, man. Yeah, we gotta run back to town here. Yeah, that's the way she goes. I wasn't trying to aggro the wolf, but it aggroed the wolf. That was completely and totally an accident. I didn't mean for that to happen. I just wanted the fox. We're not ready for wolves yet. Wolves have, like, an absurd amount of HP. Like, you're going to have to beat on them for a while before they go down. Like, this game is going to seem really, really difficult when you're at the beginning of it. But notice how I'm not, like, tilted or angry or anything. You're going to die. Like, that's just facts. This game is really, really, really hard for new characters. Like, you are going to die over and over and over and over and over. Like, seriously. Until you manage to, like, live long enough to get to, like, level 1 or level 2, this game is going to be really rough on you. I can't believe we hit all those. Hey, we got him. Nice. Okay, let's grab that boar pelt. That's good for selling. Get that fatty meat right there. We don't get any... It looks like we don't actually get any XP for killing him, which is kind of a bummer. Well, that's okay. He wasn't really our target anyways. I do think that hunting should provide you with the same amount of XP as killing a mob of your level. It should give you like 20 or 30 XP in my opinion. Oh, there's a dude up here. Do we fight him? I think we fight him. Oh. How is he still not in line of sight? Hold on. There you go. Finish him off. Finish him off. He's now dead. We'll swap back over to the bow. I don't know if his little homeboy's over here or not. But... Man, he moved. Oh, he moved again. I'm trying not to waste that take aim, but he keeps moving out of line of sight. Oh, he's fighting a bear. Yeah, well, sucks to be him, dude. Don't mess with bears in this game. Messing with bears in this game is like one of the worst mistakes you can ever make. Oh, there's a snake, and it bit me. Aw, weak, dude. Oh, we're about to take a grip of damage. I wasn't expecting to deal with a snake. We're severely intoxicated. I'm going to go down to the road, and we're just going to rest for a second. I was not expecting that snake to be such a major problem. But then again, I didn't even see him. He crept up on me, dude. That's where the saying, if it was a snake, it would have bitch it came from. That dude ran up on me, hot and spicy. Oh, I'm throwing up now. That's not good. Is my intoxication almost gone? Like, how are we looking on intoxication? I'm sure one of these herbs or something that's laying around would help out. Oh, wow, that got me, like, actually really, really intoxicated. Like, I'm sure it'll go down over time, but yeah, dude. We got drunk off of that hot and fiery snake right there, dude. Let's go ahead and I'm going to drink some water real fast. And we'll eat some bread real fast. Apparently I'm thirsty again, so we'll drink again. There we go. Perfect. That'll help out a little bit with anything that might happen. I don't know if there's any more enemies down here, but we definitely, like, in the beginning of the game, my recommendation is you go out to the map and you kill, like, 1 or 2 enemies, and then you run back to town and you save. Like, that's my recommendation for if you're, you know, trying to be... What is happening here? Why are we not firing arrows at this guy? There you go. Perfect. Let me get that flail. I think somebody else is fighting a wolf right now. But I want my arrows back. So I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, it says the wolf is knocked back. Where's the wolf? Oh. There's a dude up there who apparently killed off a wolf because he's just like a bronze-coated god like that. But now we're going to stab him to death with a knife. And there's going to be little to nothing he can do about it. Alright, so the Enforcer is dead. I'm kind of curious. Did he manage to kill that wolf up there? Oh, look at that, he did. There's another dead one up there, too. It's kind of risky to be this far off the road like this, but I'm just going to snag it and go. Yeah, play very reserved at the beginning of this game. That's my recommendation to you if you're a new player. So I get the feeling a lot of people that are going to see my videos or whatever are going to be like kind of new to the game. And they're not exactly going to know what's going on. Or they might be struggling a little bit. And my advice to you is to play this game very, very slowly. It's a game that kind of rewards patience. And it's a game that sort of like rewards you being very, very careful about the way that you advance. I don't know where that deer went. I think we might have just lost those arrows. Man, I was ready to take him out, too. That's the boar that we killed earlier, but I don't see anything else around here that we can hunt. Oh, is that him? Oh, am I out of arrows? I think I'm out of arrows. Oh, it's not auto-refilling my quiver every single time. Okay. What was down there? What was that? The deer actually zone out now, too, which is kind of interesting. In the previous version of the game that we used to play, the enemies, the animals would get trapped at the bottom of the map, and they couldn't zone out, and so you could just walk up and stab them to death with a knife or whatever. They changed that. Now the enemies, if they make it to the edge of the boundary, they leave. They balanced it a little bit, though, by making it so that if you deal damage to, like, a deer or something, there's a chance that it'll get a bleed on it, and if it gets that bleed on it, it'll usually die before it makes it to the edge of the map. You're still going to have to track it down and figure out where it went. But, you know, just a minor immersive change. Let's see here. I just want to trade with you, man. That's all that I really want to do. Oh, apparently he doesn't trade at night anymore. Okay. That's fine. We can wait till morning. That'll allow us to stack up our buff that gives us bonuses to our XP anyways. So that'll work out pretty good. We're like, and it'll allow us to save our game. So we're already like almost halfway to the first level. And that's really, this game is hard, but don't get discouraged. Like there is kind of like a prevailing meta and like you'll figure things out if you have a decent build and it'll work out for you okay. It's just My advice is that I see a lot of people play this game and they think it's too hard and they get frustrated. And I think that, like, they're maybe not too far off point. Like, the game is really difficult. Like, adding an easy mode or something for people that just want to kind of experience it is probably a good idea. I am a fan of stuff like that. Oh, yeah, we can cook this food, too. I think there's cook fires. Yeah, there it is right there. Out of the way, everybody. Out of the way. Well, don't extinguish the fire. Cook on it. There you go. That's gonna pay that's our dinner for the next couple days right there. Like this right here, apparently it only has one use, but it's gonna restore 40% hunger, so like, yeah, hell yeah, eat that. And then we also have this sinewy meat down here, which is minus 15%, so that's good. We need that. We are thirsty, but finding that stuff is actually a pretty big come up. And we need to sell the boar pelt, and we need to sell the flails. Just to make a little bit of money so that, like, if there's upgraded bows or anything else like that, we can kind of get on it and make a little bit more cash. We want to take flails, so different vendors will offer you different amounts of cash for differing things that you bring to them. There's always going to be a pretty big subtraction as far as the cash goes, just because it's all secondhand. Fill up your water skin at the well, by the way. The game's very immersive like that. Like, a lot of the things in the game are interactable. So, like, you can cook on fires, you can drink from wells, and also fill up your water skin. Just something to keep in mind. There we go. This guy will give me 32 for the boar pelt. Not bad. Not bad at all. Actually, Derwin's vest, which we're rocking right now, is actually pretty good. It doesn't have, like, a ton of prot or anything. It's actually pretty solid. It's not bad. I think we could rock it pretty easily. My advice is to find anything that will give you extra protection, because that's just flat 1 damage reduction every time you get hit. And so it's not a bad idea just to find things like that and take them. We've got another coin purse right there, too. I think the coin purse, I don't remember how much it holds. I don't recall. It holds quite a bit, if I remember right. But I think it's like 1,000 or maybe 750. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played last. We just saved our game. We're good to go. We sold off all of our stuff. And so I think it's reasonably safe to assume that we can kind of like hang out and adventure for a little while longer. See if we can avoid getting ourselves into trouble. I do think that actually going to this map right here is a really good idea. These plains maps, they have all kinds of herbs and things on them. And the herbs will have a load of varying effects that will help you out along the way. Things like regeneration, things like getting rid of your insanity, getting rid of your intoxication. All very, very nice bonuses to have just kind of inside your backpack. And in the worst case scenario, if you don't end up using them, just take them back to the village and sell them there. They're not going to be worth like a metric ton of cash. But, you know, they're worth a little bit. Wait, I spotted a thug and a goon. Where were they at? Were they down here? Oh, there he is. There he is, there he is, there he is. Oh, with the crit. Very nice. And he's got a crude falchion. Okay. That guy doesn't want to fight us, I guess. No, don't do that. That was... Oh, no, dude. I just screwed myself. I overclicked. We might die here. We have dealt no damage to this guy, and we don't have a shield or any block or anything, so it's really going to kind of depend how well we dodge. Oh, very nice, dude. We made it through. Sweet. We got to be super close to a level. Okay, we're like halfway there. Oh, we're halfway there. Whoa, whoa, we're living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Whoa, whoa. What does that do? So counter chance +3, armor pen +20. That gives 5 armor pen, bleed chance, crit efficiency, fumble chance. Okay. I mean, none of this stuff is that crazy good. That right there will give us hunger, but it gets rid of intoxication. Okay, don't care about it. We can get rid of the bog bean. I do want my arrows back, though. If we could get my arrows back, that would be advantageous. I would love that very much. The dagger actually only does slightly less damage than the falchion. I wonder if I can dual wield and go get another dagger. That might be like the way to do it, man. That might be the style right there. Do they have anything down here? Sometimes these little dudes have like a little camp or something down in these little areas that'll have like a tent or something that you can loot. I don't see anything. but it's kind of worth checking sometimes. Our health is back up, so we don't have to worry about that. Maybe we get this rabbit. Yeah, there we go. Some tender meat and our arrow back. Bummer. I was hoping we get something a little bit nicer like a bunny fur. The bunny furs are worth a decent amount. I'm hoping they add like crafting and stuff to the game too, where if you find like a bunch of boar pelts or a bunch of like bunny pelts, you can use them as resources in order to build stuff. Or you can pay the tailor like slightly less. You know, you go to the tailor, but if you have the stuff to make the thing that you want to buy, it'll cost you considerably less because you're only paying for labor. You're not paying for the materials too. Like little features like that I think are very, very immersive in games, and I think they add like an extra layer of like, yeah, you can buy it outright. Or, oh no, I didn't expect more banditos out here. It's okay, because he's dead. Hopefully his little homeboy over here is not like the grand champion of fighting. Seems like my dodge chance is pretty high. Like, I get the feeling that this guy does a pretty good job of staying away from getting his ass kicked. Let's throw that back on the ground. So it's 10 for Bogbean. We'll throw that out. Agrimony will give you some health regeneration and health restoration. I will eat that right now. We'll keep the agrimony on us. We've got, that's henbane will get you drunk, so I don't really need that. Mind wart is nice, though, because that'll increase your sanity, which actually is kind of hard to restore a lot of the time. I would like my arrows back. Really, really, really happy about all the XP we're getting right now. We're playing a solid game at the moment. For how hard this game is at the beginning, we're doing really, really well. If you are struggling with the game, I do recommend you take a ranged character instead of a melee character. This game, it functions in the opposite pretenses of all other RPGs. So all other RPGs, starting out as a mage is usually the hard way to do it, but at the end of the game, the mage is more powerful than the warrior, which makes up for the fact that you struggled at the beginning of the game. In this game, it's kind of the opposite. The ranged and the mage characters start out very, very strong, and they stay pretty strong, but they don't mature quite as well as the melee warriors do. So, for example, I've beaten the game using the paladin lady, the hedge knight or whatever her name is, and at the end of the game, I basically could not be stopped. Like, I reflected so much damage, and I blocked so much damage on every single turn that really the enemies couldn't do anything to me. They really, really struggled with kind of dealing with me. I shouldn't have sold that. I wanted to eat it, but I guess that's life. We should probably go cook that other meat while we're in town. Yeah, let's cook the meat while we're in town. What does this guy have? Does he have anything that's, like, good? He's got flatbread. He's got, like, a soup or something. These used to have extra charges. I was going to say, yeah, like the smoked ham. Like, some of these things will have extra pips so that you can use them for much longer. So we cooked the tender meat. It'd also be nice. I think the game could take a page from, like, Elder Scrolls or whatever. I think you should get XP for doing everything. That's just my opinion about RPGs, is that every time you cook something, you should get like 5 XP, you know what I mean? Every time you know, sell a batch of goodies to a vendor, you should get 4 or 5 XP for being a good trader. Like, I do think, I really, really like it when games have ways of rewarding the players for just, like, taking part in the world. I think that there's an argument to be made that every RPG sort of focuses itself on wanting to be immersive. Like, that's the point of RPGs, is you really want the player to get lost in the game world and start living in that game world as though it's the real world. And I find that little increments of XP like that from unrelated tasks and just little things that the players are going to be doing anyways are usually a good idea. I find that helps. It helps me anyways with my immersion levels. It definitely pulls me into the game world. This hunting trip is not going super great right now. I'm beginning to wonder what my hit chance is. Obviously not very good. Obviously not very good. Aw, he zoned out. Weak. Okay. Well, that's one less arrow than we used to have. I'm not sure if I like the animal zoning very much. Like, you can follow them, but I've noticed they aren't on the next zone. Hey, there we go. Another fox down. Very nice. And there's our dinner. Perfect. Couldn't have asked for anything better. Absolutely perfect. We killed an animal. We got our dinner for tomorrow. There's crows eating dead bodies over here, which is all kinds of morose and somber. But until we hit level 2, I really don't want to take the first quest if I can help it. Like, I'd prefer to avoid taking quests right now. Yeah, that's an accident waiting to happen. That fur right there will be worth a decent amount, though. I'm pretty excited about it. A deer has been spotted. Okay, we'll just take it slow for now. I'm going to say, those deer must have a hell of a dodge on them, man. We don't seem to hit them very often. I got to see if I can find something that'll increase my, just the fatty meat, huh? Okay. I'm okay with the fatty meat. I wish we had gotten a deer hide, though. That's really what I'm in the market for. I also wish that, well, I guess it is working like that. So, like, sometimes it seems like it's putting arrows into my backpack, and sometimes it seems like it's putting arrows into my quiver. I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye on it, like, shot by shot. There's gonna be bad guys over here. Hey, successful hunt. I feel like if you kill him with a bleed, you maybe don't get the fur most of the time. I don't really know the specifics, though. Either way, we've made a bit of money today just being a hunter. And I like that. Like, a lot of people, I think some people would just be like, oh, well, I just want to do the quest and I just want to stay focused on the objectives that are available. I like the fact that you can kind of just be a hunter if that's what you want to do. Like, there's nothing forcing you to work on the main quest. You can go out and just, like, shoot some animals, collect their hides, bring them back home with you, you know, sell them, make a little bit of money, buy some upgrades, get a little bit of XP for killing the boar, you know, like, I like little things like that. I find it to be fun. I'm the kind of person that ends up wandering around landscapes and stuff, just, like, hunting all day. And just, like, seeing where random, you know, hill rises lead to and things like that. I know that I'm not every player, but I love little immersive things. So I'm hoping they do something with, like, the hunting and the trapping. And there's a fox? Where's the fox at? I didn't see it. Is the fox aware of me? Oh, the fox is not aware of me. Now the fox is aware of me. Come on, get him. Ah, we just got meat off of that one. That's okay, though. I mean, we're getting our meals for the coming days, so it's really not that bad of a problem. Like, you can actually spend a lot of money just on food in this game if you're not careful. And so, you know, we're actually sort of front-loading our expenses right now. We're almost at level 1, which will be really, or level 2, which will be really, really good for us. If we can land a little bit higher up, I'd be 100% down to maybe take, so we've got double lunge right there. Delivers 2 strikes with plus 16% damage. If they both connect, the cooldown is reduced by half. That's pretty good. I kind of like that. Okay. I mean, we could stick with dag. Apparently, this guy has great sword skill, which is kind of like, oh, never mind. No, he doesn't. What skills does he have? He has maces, he has axes, and he doesn't have swords. Might be kind of cool to play around with axes, in all honesty. I kind of like the idea of being like a woodsman, effectively like a yeoman, you know what I mean? Like going out, collecting saplings and things like that, but then you're also kind of like a hunter and like a little bit of kind of like a woodland sheriff or games like game warden, you know what I mean? I kind of dig that idea for a character. I feel like that sort of rangery business is kind of interesting. Oh. I'm being ambushed. Don't much like that. Well, we killed one. Whether or not we'll be able to kill off the other one in this ambush is kind of up to RNG, but it looks like we pulled through. We got a little bit more XP right there. I'm going to hang tight for a second and just kind of like heal. I think that, oh yeah, I have agrimony too. There we go. We'll eat the agrimony real fast. That should help our body regenerate a little bit quicker. So as you can see, our HPs are coming back. This game uses a system that's very, very similar to like Escape from Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov, you have individual body parts that get wounded. In this game, you have the same thing. And every single body part comprises part of your HP pool. And so every time you take damage, you permanently injure that part. Your permanent HP goes down until you rest for a little bit. Just something to keep in mind as well. It will regenerate. It will come back. That's usually why I recommend people get like agrimony and stuff like that and keep it in their inventory. It is helpful. You will not regret it. I promise. You gonna bleed out for me there, little buddy? Nice. It's not that I don't particularly hate foxes or anything. Like, I don't dislike you. But your hides are just worth a lot of money. I don't want that. What is that? A copper chain? It gives me more healing efficiency? Yeah, we can throw it on, I guess. Like, I don't honestly know. I've got to play some inventory Tetris here for a minute. There we go. Lots of food, lots of things to cook, lots of success this time out. Another good day in the world of Stoneshard. I hope you guys are enjoying this playthrough. My name is Splattercat. Don't go anywhere. I'll have more videos for you tomorrow. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it and you want to see a little bit more. We are playing a separate character this time around, so technically it's like differing content. There's also a quest that's been tacked on to the end of the game that allows you to continue for a little bit once you get to Bryn, and apparently it's quite difficult from what I've heard and what I've read. But you are welcome to... Oh, we cooked all of it. Nice. Very good. I cooked the penny bun. Did I? Where did the penny bun go? Oh, really? So the mushrooms are actually pretty good for you. I guess we can cook mushrooms now. That wasn't a thing before. Awesome. We're going to need to find a room, and we're going to need to crash out for a little bit. That's pretty much unavoidable. But make sure you check out the links down below. I've got a Discord that you can check out that I use to basically keep people appraised of what's going on with the channel. I also have a Twitch stream. That's a great place to be. I'm live pretty much every single day of the week, and I'd love to have you, so swing through there and give that a follow. I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, and that's all I got for you. Bye-bye, everybody.